Hello, it's Saber, and today I have a Japanese magazine haul. More specifically, these both are manga magazines. On the left, we have Weekly Shonen Magazine from Kodansha, issue number 45 from this year. And on the right, also from this year, we have issue 11 from Bessatsu Shonen Magazine. Both magazines have Blue Lock themed covers since the anime for the series has recently started airing. These magazines are quite bulky. Let's see if I can kind of show it. As you can notice, the Bessatsu magazine is much thicker since this is a monthly magazine. And I guess for a size comparison, here is a Japanese volume from Blue Lock. And as you can notice, the magazines are quite big. Okay, let's take a closer look at Weekly Shonen Magazine. On the cover, we have Isagi, the main character from the series, and a lot of the other important characters in chibi form, so yeah, that's really adorable. I had to pick this magazine up since Weekly Shonen Magazine doesn't have a tradition of putting manga on the covers. It's usually models or idols and stuff like that. On the back, we have some game. In case you did not know, Weekly Shonen Magazine is the second most popular manga magazine in Japan in general, behind Weekly Shonen Jump. And let's dive in. We have a bunch of, I guess, model pictures. Some info about the Blue Lock TV anime. We have this wonderful color page with Reo and Nagi. The current arc in the manga is so incredibly hype. We have new volume releases and stuff like that. And we have the actual chapter itself. As you can notice, the print quality is not the best because these weekly magazines are meant to be mass-produced at a very affordable, cheap price. And whenever the reader is done with the magazine, it typically gets sent to the recycling bin, basically. Incredible artwork as always. I decided to skip ahead a little bit because I did not want to spoil anything. This is a rom-com. This magazine has a lot of rom-coms. This one is getting an anime as well. And another rom-com. Okay, this is like a new manga. It just started and it's from the author of Your Lie in April. I think it's some kind of an action series with fantasy themes. Here is another series, which I guess is a rom-com with a very heavy focus on the comedic aspect. It is hilarious. I've read a bit of it and it had some really great laugh out loud type of moments. In a sense, I guess this manga is kind of like a spiritual successor of Seitokai Yakuin Domo. It even has like the 4-koma format going on, so yeah. Not gonna lie, all of the characters in this are kind of trashy, but in a good way because it just adds to the comedic effect. We have some Tokyo Revengers. I don't want to show too much of this because of spoilers. And this is like Shangri-La Frontier, I think. It's getting an anime next year. We have Hajime no Ippo, which is still ongoing. This is the current chapter, 1397, which is crazy. This is another new manga, which I guess also kind of classifies as a rom-com. Maybe I'm wrong, but it involves a bodyguard and a girl or something like that, so here is a Couple of Cuckoos, a very successful and popular rom-com. Oh look, this is a series that a lot of people love to hate read, I guess. Oh look, what do you know, another rom-com that seems to be doing well since Volume 1 got some reprints. I tried getting into this one, but it's a bit confusing. Excellent artwork though, and a pretty fun concept. I'm sure it's gonna get an anime, and maybe that's gonna make it easier to get into. Now we can go back to Bessatsu Shonen Magazine. The cover actually has a nice silver sheen effect. It's kind of hard to see, but that's nice. And on the cover, we have the character Nagi from the Blue Lock series. He actually is my favorite character from Blue Lock, and he got his own spin-off manga in this magazine, which is very exciting. The manga is called Blue Lock Episode of Nagi. This magazine launched in 2009, and it is meant to be a spin-off magazine of Weekly Shonen Magazine. Because of this, many popular manga from Weekly Shonen Magazine get spin-off series that get published in Bessatsu, which is a smart move. Here is the color spread page from Blue Lock Episode of Nagi. I guess it should also be noted that this is the magazine where Attack on Titan was serialized, so yeah. Moving back to Blue Lock, the spin-off manga focuses on Nagi and Reo. They are very good friends. They're basically besties, and Their dream is to win the World Cup together. Very wholesome, they are great characters, and it's awesome to have the opportunity to see the same story that goes on in the main manga from the perspective of other characters. And in general, Blue Lock has so many characters that stand out so much that they could just be the main characters of their own series, so it makes sense that we are seeing the spin-off manga. And to be honest, I'm not going to be surprised if we see even more spin-off series with other characters that are relevant. I guess Blue Lock fans are being well fed, and I'm living for it because this manga is incredible. Like, the spin-off series is great as well. The main manga is incredible. It's just great. Like, it's a fun time. The anime is really awesome too. And I guess the best part about this spin-off manga is how it is written by the writer of the main series. So it is the direct vision of the author, it is very much canon, and it just really adds to the whole experience. So yeah, the writer is the same as the one from the main series, but the artist in the spin-off manga is different, and the artist has been doing a great job at replicating the style and the character designs of Blue Lock. This looks phenomenal, just like the main manga. It also came with this extra little package of, I don't know, transparent cards. Let's see. A very nice bonus item to have. I am a big fan of the series, so this is cute. And let's see. I guess I need to move on from Blue Lock because I can rave about this series forever and ever. Having the chance to see Nagi and Ryo's adventure is just everything that I could ever want. This one is Arslan Senki from Hiromu Arakawa. She adapts a novel series from an author, and I have not read this yet. It looks really good. I love Hiromu Arakawa's art style, so I have to check this out eventually. Here is like a war-themed manga that I adore. It's called Gunka no Baltzar. And interestingly enough, this is a seinen series, or it was a seinen series, published by a completely different publisher, and it got transferred over to Kodansha and to the Bessatsu Shonen magazine, so yeah, and this is a pretty recent development. It's not that common for series to change publishers. I will have an upcoming manga haul featuring this series. This is a fantasy romance manga that I have read a bit of, and it's quite good. It's charming. The main character over here is really hot. I like him a lot. The art style is charming, and overall the manga is well made. Next up we have this series, which I think is done by the writer of Danmachi, the light novel series. Seems to be a fantasy manga. It is well drawn. I have not checked it out, and yeah, I'm not sure if it's any good. I found another new manga. This is from the duo behind Smoke and Parade and Dead Man Wonderland. I really loved the manga Smoke and Parade, so I am pretty interested to see what this is about. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Okay, we have Orient, which is a manga that I do enjoy. It's basically a large-scale adventure fantasy with a lot of action, and the artwork is fantastic. I guess it should also be noted that the author behind this also did the series Magi, which is very popular. Next up we have another awesome manga that I like quite a lot. It's called To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. This manga is in its finishing phases, I think, and the art style is so dark and just great. Okay, we have another rom-com manga from the author of A Couple of Cuckoos. This one is vampire themed, I think. And we reached the end of this issue of the magazine. I guess that's it for this video. It was kind of fun to dive into both of these magazines and kind of look into what's being published at the moment. I think Kodansha has a very strong lineup of shonen series, and they have so many incredibly talented authors and artists working for them. And as a fan of Blue Lock, I'm just happy to have the chance to add these awesome magazines in my collection. SaberStash is signing out. Thanks for watching.